Alrighty, we're back. Welcome to the old double club diesels. I've never said that intro before. I thought I'd give it a try. Sounds pretty decent. Anywho, today's different. Because not only am I not on call, it is absolutely freaking amazingly gorgeous out. My happiness level today at work, up top. You know what I mean? I don't care what I worked on. It was immensely beautiful. I'm so happy. But anywho, instead of working on the Brockway today, which I probably still will, I have been doing some stuff. I'll give you a really, really fast update on it. So, I took this stuff off. There's a whole video of what we got going on with it, and took that off and got parts, but we'll actually do a full video of the whole rear end braking and stuff. But I just didn't want you to feel like I'm stopping working on the Brockway. Today we're pulling out my precious, I don't know if I would say it's my third child, meaning I have my Muffin Man, my son, my Olive, my baby Dougie, and this vehicle is my third. Yeah, I would say it's my third child. It is a 1962-ish Jeep FC-150, and the quick story on this unit is that I was like 10 years old cleaning the gutters on my house. And I was up on the roof, obviously, because that's where gutters are. And I looked over. I gandered, I gandered over to the neighbor's back 40. And I knew the neighbor pretty well. I was 10. He had like a truck shop. He fixed trucks and like semi-trucks in his garage and stuff. And I'd go and bug him. And I was a curious little fellow back then. I guess I still am now. But I noticed this Jeep FC 150 sitting in the back. And I'm like, wow, that is the coolest thing I've ever seen. And at that point in my life, obviously I was 10, I know I had never seen one. So I was like, all right, we gotta go. I want this to be my first vehicle, my daily driver when I turn 16. So it gives me 6 years to acquire this vehicle. But the story doesn't go quite like that. I waited, so I was 10. I didn't buy this thing until I was 21 or 22 years old. I'm 25 now, so I haven't actually owned it a long time. But I did secure it. At that point in my life, I was traveling all over the country for work, and my mom called me and said, hey, Terry wants to sell you the Jeep. And I told my mom, I'm going to make sure as soon as I'm done with this job, I can't remember, I was probably in like Georgia or something, I'm coming home and tell him don't talk to anyone else. I came home, brought some cash, and I bought it. Literally talk about persistence. And persistence meaning, I skipped the part where I had become friends with my neighbor more and more over the years because I annoyed the absolute dog snot out of him by asking him probably monthly if I could buy it. Luckily, he was a really good sport about it, and we just hang out and talk. And then now that I'm older, I really do. I go over there when I go to my parents' house and I chit-chat with him. He's a nice guy. But I bugged the guy since I was 10 to buy it, and he wouldn't sell it to me until I was 21 or 22 years old. And I bought it, and it's one of those units you just ain't getting rid of, you know what I mean? So needless to say, pretty sure the story's all wrapped up. I have to edit that into this video and then edit to the rest because my GoPro stopped working there, but it did record. Even though it stopped working, it was still recording. So I'll have to edit out the part where I said, "Oh, I don't think my camera's working anymore." It still actually was working. But anyways, I don't remember, but I'm pretty sure I got to the end of the story. Needless to say, if I didn't finish it, I bought the Jeep. I pestered my neighbor for it. And it is, like, definitely the coolest thing and most sentimental thing that I have in my possession. Well, as far as a vehicle, I mean, the Brockway is pretty close. I mean, look at her. She's a unit. I mean, it's awesome. Well, this doesn't look too great, but from the front it does. Anyhow, so we're going to set up the old camera. I don't know if I'll be able to get it started. I don't have a battery for it, so we're going to take the old Group 31 battery out of the Brockway. We're going to throw that in there. Holy smokes, did I get filthy today. And a little bit of sunburn. Oh, just throwing this out there. If anybody knows where I put my freaking green Brockway hat, please, for the love of goodness, let me know. I am missing my most favorite green Brockway hat. You guys have seen it in a lot of videos. My last video, I was wearing my going to town hat, the Coors Banquet hat, because I still can't find the Brockway hat. So if any of you guys know where I left it, comment down below and whatnot. I'm just kidding. Unless somebody that watches my videos knows where it is, that'd be cool, which I know you don't. I probably left it in a machine or something. Anywho, we're gonna get after it. Enough rambling. We're gonna get that Jeep doing something today. Maybe at least I'll pull it out to do a walk around and show you the unit. Alrighty, pitter patter, let's get at her. Alrighty, so we got the battery in. Completely forgot that I don't have the seats. They're at home. Oh, this thing is so nice. I love to sweat. I like to sweat. I like it warm and it's sweat. So we are going to sit. The seats, they clip on. It's cool. But we're going to sit right here. Because I reupholstered the seats last year. Alrighty, let's see what we got going on. We're gonna... Don't worry, I'll do a walkthrough with you when we're done. Or once we get it out. Stay. Alright, but okay, you can fall there. We'll just hold you, okay? Alright. In neutral. 3 pumps. 1, 2, 3. Alright, we have to do some more pumps of gas, I think. 1, 2. Alright, hold on, we're gonna pause this. Okay. Alright, we got the go-go juice now. Huh? Well, let's have to... Took the lid off, took the old hood off. Let's see what happens now, huh? You wanna play some of the games? Better. She's been sitting a while, you know what I mean? Nope, not yet. She's not there yet. But we're gonna get her out. We're gonna pull it. Oh, you sit so low when you don't have the seats in here. Alrighty, let's try this again. We're just gonna go for it. Oh yeah. Oh, she's happy to move. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Alrighty. We'll take her right here. Brakes don't work perfectly bad, as expected. Because like my freaking Ray Jeffers CB, this thing is classic. I just gotta get an antenna for it and I can talk to the frack up the road. I'll be like, I'll be like, hey guys, I got a four-wheeler coming in. No transport. No water. 10 for good, buddy. Nope, I'm not taking this on the frack. Anywho, let's see if we can get this thing to idle better. I know you want to. Oh yeah! When in doubt, throttle her out. Like every year I have to readjust the carburetor. I don't know why, but I do. Oh yeah. Alright, well, you get the gist of it. I'm gonna putz around with it, see what I can find to make it idle. Yeah, see, she shuts right off. We're gonna see what we can do. I'm gonna mess around with it, and I'll get you guys back on it, and then if I go get my seats and I get her running good, it might need fuel, but if I go get my seats, we're running good, and you guys like and subscribe, I might actually treat you to letting the camera sit in the passenger seat. I'll take you for a spin around the old Homestead property town thing. But anywho, pitter patter, get at her. I'm gonna get at her myself. Alrighty. So that's the problem, right there. That is the entire problem. Why know why? Because it's a gas job. I want to put a diesel in this thing, something fierce. Not yet, but I want it. There has been talk of a Qdoba diesel, going right there. It's a while off yet. If a bunch of you guys like my stuff, it'll happen a lot faster. So get to liking and subscribing. But anyways, I think we got a couple issues with this, and now that I'm like working on it, I'm remembering it from last year. So I think I'm not a carburetor gas job guy. I never liked working on them. It doesn't make sense in my dome piece how it all works. But from talking to, well, not talking to people, from reading up on stuff, I think I can change this over to a non-electronic or an electronic distributor. I don't know. I found a thing on the interwebs that I can change it over so it's not running off of all the points, and I couldn't tell you, but people say it'll run better because I think I heard this somewhere once. Correct me if I'm wrong. If you adjust your screws on your carburetor and it doesn't make it run or idle better, then it's an ignition problem. And I think that's what's going on. The only thing I've ever done is put new spark plugs and wires on it. As far as the distributor and points, I have no clue how any of that stuff works. I messed with them. I had to take tests on them back when I was in high school, in the equipment shop. I've had good luck with like rebuilding old skid steer motors that have gas jobs in them. I've been able to time those, but this thing just gives me fits. And now that I was thinking about it, when I drove it to the garage for my house at the end of last year, I was having to baby and beat the crap out of the throttle to get it back into the garage over there. So, if you guys got better input on how to make this F-134 run better and run like a top, because like last summer I drove it quite a bit, but not like, I drove it quite a bit, but with the prices of diesel, I want to drive this thing to work a lot this year. And the goal was to throw the seats in it and take it for a spin, because I was remembering when it was running good last year, not when it wasn't running good. I was going to take it for a ride. We'll get you on a ride, but not in this video. But if you guys like this FC, and you like what I'm doing with it, which is nothing, really, besides getting it running and daily driving it this summer, along with the Brackway, once that thing's ready to go. But give me some tips on what to do with the old F-134. There's gotta be an F-134 expert out there that can just be like, hey, if you do this, this, and this thing's gonna run like a champ, and you're not gonna want to put a diesel in it down the road. Then I'll be like, you know what? I won't put a diesel in it down the road. But just gas jobs are finicky, and I'm used to like diesels. I know them well. I'll leave it at that. It just, I think you get what I'm getting at here. But anyways, the old wrap on the FC. Oh, it's a unit. I did a lot of work to it last year. Didn't record it because I wasn't making videos then. But I could go through it some other time if anybody's interested for me to blabber on about what all I did to it. But anyways, pitter patter, go buy yourself some old. That's what I'm saying. Like a nice Brockway, or a Jeep cab over, or a lawn tractor. Get after it, pitter patter, get at her.